What's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to play Let Me Love You on a Backroad by Corey Smith. It's in drop D tuning and is really fun to play. If you want to check out the tabs, they're available on my website for free. Link is going to be in the description down below. And a special thanks to Frank for sponsoring this video. I truly appreciate your support. I hope you enjoy this lesson. Let's go and get started. We'll get started with the intro. Sounds like this. Alright, so like I said earlier, this part is really fun to play, but it's going to take some practice. The very first part that he does in the live version that I found is this quick slide from the 12th fret of the low E string. Basically what you're doing is just strumming on the 12th fret E and then lightly touching the A so the rest of the strings below it are muted. But you're going to do a quick down strum and slide all the way down and kind of just release it once you get to that 2nd fret. And then you can do another strum just on the open E and A strings. So it's going to go, and that's where our starting point is for the rest of the intro. So that part is not necessary, but it's cool. So after you hit the E and A string at the same time, what you want to do is put your index finger on the 1st fret of the high E string. You're going to pluck and slide up to the 2nd fret. And then you want to set up your middle finger on the 3rd fret B and your ring finger on the 4th fret of the G string. So it's almost like a B minor shape. So you're going to pluck and slide to the 2nd fret high E, then go 3rd fret B, then 4th fret G, and then you're going to pluck the 4th fret and hammer onto the 5th fret with your pinky on the G string. So it's going to go. Now what we're going to do is pluck the 5th fret G again, then you're going to take it off, pluck the 4th fret, pluck the 4th fret and do another hammer onto the 5th fret. Pluck 5th fret one more time, and then we're going to switch it up. So let's go from that slide again. Now from here what you want to do is pluck an open G string, then you're going to put your index finger on the 2nd fret, pluck it and pull off to open again. Then you're going to pluck open G 2 more times really quick. Then you're going to go to the 3rd fret of the D string, pluck and pull off, and then you're going to go to the 3rd fret low E and then pluck that note before we restart the progression on that open E and A. So from that first open G string, one more time. And then again, when we hit that E and A, that's going to be our starting point. We're going to repeat that whole lick. All right, so now let's practice it all together a little bit slower. I'm going to skip that first slide because you're not going to be playing that except for the very first one. So we're just going to start on that open E and A. Alright, so practice that as many times as you need to, and then come back. We're going to play at regular speed, and I am going to start with that first slide. Alright, here we go. So that's how you're going to play the intro. Next part up is the verse. And the first verse is really easy. The first progression, we just have one chord and we're going to do single down strums. So the chord is going to be a D sus2, that's 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, everything else is open. I like to mute the high E string, but you can play it open if you want to. And again, just single down strums up until the last line before the next progression. It's going to sound like this. Well, I've been down this road before, it's like the backside of my hand. There ain't nothing up ahead but cow pasture and timberland. So don't you worry, baby, I'm gonna take it nice and slow. I'll keep a tight grip on the steering wheel, my eyes on the road. And then we get to the next progression. So again, you're just doing single down strums for those first 3 lines. You're gonna let it ring out for a measure. And then the last line where he says, I'll keep a tight grip on the steering wheel, what we're gonna do is strum down, 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 up. And that's about the timing you wanna do. So it's where he says, I'll keep a tight grip on the steering wheel and my eyes on the road. That's the only difference there. From there, we're going to get to the next progression, and we've got a new chord. It's going to be a variation of G, but you're not going to really be familiar with it. What you want to do is use your index finger to bar the 5th fret of the E, A, and D string. You want to put your ring finger on the 7th fret G and pinky on the 8th fret B. Lightly touch the high E string so it doesn't ring out. I know it looks weird, but it is a G chord. This one, we're again going to do single down strums, but they're a little bit quicker. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you play 4 times in one measure instead of just the single down strum for one measure. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, this is the part where he says, just this one time, I promise I won't ask again. Now he does switch something up a little bit. Again, we're going to play that same lick that we did in the intro, but instead of going to the 3rd fret of the low E string, you're just going to play 1 open D string after you do that pull off. So instead of, you're going to go, and then we get to the next verse, which is a different progression. So now let's play this progression all together a little bit slower. Just this one time, I promise I won't ask again. So again, just slightly different. Now we get to the 3rd progression, and this is the one he plays just before the chorus starts. For this one, we're going to be using a D bar chord. So what you want to do is bar the 5th fret of all the strings, and then I like to use my ring finger to bar the 7th fret of the D, G, and B, but you can do this version as well if that's more comfortable for you. I like this one. And we're going to add a palm mute here, so you want to rest the side of your palm on top of the strings just in front of the bridge pins over here. It's just going to give it that percussive sound. This is the only chord we're going to be using, and our strumming pattern is going to be down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And we're going to do it 4 times. So it's really simple. So again, nothing changes here. This is the only chord we're using for this progression. All right, so now let's play this progression regular speed with the words. It'll be a little secret, honey, I won't tell a soul. But if I see somebody coming, I'll be sure to let you know. Everybody does it, don't you be ashamed. Still to make the movie, we'll just be a little late. And then we get to the chorus. So that's how you're going to play the 3rd progression. All right, so now let's put those 3 pieces together and play the verse all together with the words. Well, I've been down this road before, it's like the backside of my hand. There ain't nothing up ahead but cow pasture and timberland. So don't you worry, baby, I'm gonna take it nice and slow. Keep a tight grip on the steering wheel, my eyes on the road. Just this one time, I promise I won't ask again. It'll be all in a secret, honey, I won't tell a soul. But if I see somebody coming, I'll be sure to let you know. Everybody does it, don't you be ashamed. Still make the movie, we'll just be a little late. Let me love you on a back road. And then you get to the chorus. So that's how you're going to play the 1st verse. 2nd verse is a little bit different, but I'll show you that later. Next part up is the chorus. And the chorus is really hard to play and sing at the same time, but it's going to sound something like this. We'll still make the movie, we'll just be a little late. Let me love you on a back road. Let's make a reckless memory. There ain't a house 10 miles from here. so there is a lot going on in this chorus. First chord we're going to start with is a B minor. I don't want you to worry about barring the whole strings. Just focus on having your index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, ring finger 4th fret D, pinky 4th fret G, and then middle finger 3rd fret B. Don't worry about getting that high E string in there. What we're going to do with this chord is just a quick down, down, up strum. And then we're going to switch to a chord I don't know the name of. But what you want to do is keep your pinky on the 4th fret of the G string and move your middle finger to the 4th fret low E. And then you're going to lightly touch the A string so it doesn't ring out. Leave D open. And this is the sound of it. Again, I don't know what this chord is called, but we're going to use it as a transition. You're just going to strum down, down, up. So from B minor to this chord, it goes. Now what we're going to do is move to the 2nd fret of the A string with our index finger, and you're going to strum down and pull off so it's open, and then now you have just the 4th fret of the G string fretted. Everything else is either open or muted, and then we're just going to do a quick down up strum. So treat it as down, down, up. Alright, let's play it from the beginning a little bit slower, starting with the B minor. One more time. Now from here we're going to switch to that same G chord we were using earlier. So again, bar the 5th fret of the E, A, and D strings. We've got 7th fret G, 8th fret B. Mute the high E string so it doesn't ring out. This one we're going to do the strumming pattern down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And that's going to complete the first half of this line. So from the beginning again, a little bit slower. One more time. And now regular speed. One more time. Alright, now for the second half of the line, we're going to start off the exact same way from the B minor up until we get to that weird chord where it's just the 4th fret of the G string. So again. Now instead of going to G, we're going to go up to an A. That's going to be the same shape but up 2 frets. So now we've got 7th fret E, A, and D, 9th fret G, and 10th fret B. So again, same shape as the G, just up 2 frets. So this second half will go. One more time. And that's going to complete the progression. Now we're going to play this whole line 2 times, and then we're going to do something a little bit different for the end of the chorus. So let's play it all together a little bit slower, and then regular speed. One more time. And now regular speed. Alright, so now we move on to the last progression that plays at the end of the chorus. For this one, we're just going to stay on that same A shape, and we're going to keep the same strumming pattern, but play it 2 more times. So again, the strumming pattern goes down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, and you just play it 2 times. And then we get to the interlude, which is played just like the intro. Alright, so now let's play the chorus all together one more time with the words. We'll still make the movie, we'll just be a little late. Let me love you on a back road. Let's make a reckless memory. There ain't a house within 10 miles of here, I know. So nobody's gonna see. Take a seat, better off. Climb on over here, girl, leave the driving up to me. So that's how you're going to play the chorus. Alright, the next part I want to talk about is the third verse. It's played like the second. So we're not going to play the same thing that we did at the very beginning of the song, where it's that D sus2 chord and the single down strums. You're going to skip right over to that D bar chord. You're going to play the first progression the exact same way we did before, so with the palm mute and the down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. But you're going to play it times. And then the second progression, where we have that G chord, instead of just doing those single down strums on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, what you're going to do is keep the strumming pattern that you did with the D chord. So it'll go down, 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 up. So again, you're keeping that same strumming pattern, and you're still going to play that like interlude section before the next part starts. Hopefully this is making sense. But again, you're just skipping that D sus2 chord. So I just wanted to point out those differences, so if you play along with the song, you know what to do. Alright, next part up is the bridge. Alright, the bridge is really short, and we only have one chord that we're going to be using. It's a D5 power chord. So you want to put your index finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and then we have 7th fret D and 7th fret G. Mute all of the other strings. What we're going to do is just quick strums, and then mute the strings immediately after. So to do that, you're going to strum and then release the pressure off your fretting hand, and you can slap your palm back on top of the strings here to stop them from ringing out as well. So the bridge is going to sound like this. I'm rock hard, you're so hot, I think I'm turning blue. Come on baby, please, you know I'd do the same for you. And then we get to the chorus. So again, bridge, what you're going to do is 3 of these. And then he does a muted strum, so you're not fretting anything. You just kind of rest your hands on top of the string over here, and then you go down, down, up, and then one more, and then he gets to the chorus right after that. So again, it's really short. So I'll play it without me singing over. That's it, that's the whole bridge. Last part up is the outro. So the nice thing about the outro is it's played just like the intro. You're going to do that same lick 2 times. But after you play it 2 times, what you're going to do is just move to that D5 power chord, and you're going to do 4 single down strums, letting each one ring out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you're going to do a single down strum on that D sus chord that we did at the first verse in the beginning. So that's the only difference there. And that's it. So the outro will go. Honestly, you could probably just end on that D sus2 chord instead of doing the power chord, but I'll leave that up to you. And that's it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Again, if you want to check out the tabs, they're available on my website for free. Link is going to be in the description down below. Go and leave a request for a song you would like to learn in a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see videos like this early, consider becoming a channel member. Again, special thanks to Frank for sponsoring this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.